General Hospital spoilers will reveal Carly's reaction as she pours gasoline on the fire when a video of Drew and Willow in an intimate moment is leaked at the Quartermaine family Christmas party. For Carly, this is not only a shock but an unforgivable insult. Willow, whom Carly has always trusted, has now betrayed her son Michael. Willow's affair not only destroys Michael's marriage but also threatens the stability of Wiley and Amelia, two innocent children. After the scandalous event, Carly springs into action. With her determined nature and willingness to do anything for her family, Carly begins collecting evidence to prove Willow is unfit to raise her children. The compromising photos and videos of Willow and Drew become key pieces of evidence in Carly's plan. She hires the best lawyers in Port Charles, those who can turn the tide in any situation. Carly intends to use Willow's reckless behavior as the basis for filing a lawsuit to gain full custody of Wiley and Amelia for Michael. While Carly is busy with her scheme, Willow is overwhelmed with confusion and regret. She understands that her mistakes have gone too far, but ironically, her heart continues to beat for Drew. Willow can no longer deny her feelings for him, despite the consequences. Drew, who has always been by her side in her darkest moments, has now become the source of all the turmoil. The tragedy deepens when Drew is revealed to be Michael's uncle, making everything more complicated and full of contradictions. In the storm of public opinion and pressure from Carly, Willow initially fights to keep custody of her children. But guilt and the weight of all the pressure quickly make her waver. As the legal battle nears, Willow receives a call from Drew, who confesses his undeniable love for her. His words cut into Willow's already tortured mind. She realizes she can no longer face her family, her children, or even herself. Willow's decision shocks everyone around her. She unexpectedly walks away from everything, leaving Wiley and Amelia for Michael to raise, choosing to follow her love for Drew. This move not only stuns Michael and Carly but also breaks Nina Reeves' heart. Nina had always hoped to heal her relationship with Willow, and now, when it seemed the mother-daughter bond could improve, Willow chooses a path that wounds not only herself but also her entire family. Carly can no longer control her anger as everything unfolds just as she predicted. She believes that Willow is no longer worthy to be Wiley and Amelia's mother. With the power and influence of the Quartermaine family, Carly uses all her resources to help Michael win custody. The carefully prepared lawsuit, coupled with undeniable evidence of Willow's instability and irresponsibility, becomes her weapon. Outside the courthouse, Port Charles is in an uproar. Willow, once a loving and gentle mother, is now seen as a betrayer, selfish and willing to sacrifice her family for a misguided love. Michael, though heartbroken, has no choice but to agree with Carly and fight for custody. Drew and Willow become the target of harsh criticism, and although they followed their hearts, Willow gradually realizes that the cost of this love is too high. The custody battle becomes a fierce storm engulfing both the Corinthos and Quartermaine families. Carly, with her relentless determination, is prepared to face anyone to protect her grandchildren and family. As for Willow, after everything, she must confront her choices. Was her love for Drew worth giving up everything, or was it just a mistake from which there is no return? Willow gave up everything to pursue her love for Drew, believing he was the man who would bring her happiness after all her pain. Despite the criticism from family and society, Willow leaves behind her two children, Wiley and Amelia, to start a new life with Drew. She places all her trust in this love, despite the fact that it has destroyed not only her marriage to Michael, but also the close relationship she once had with Carly. However, Willow's new life does not unfold as she had imagined. After a short time together, Drew begins to reveal his true nature. The initial infatuation quickly fades, and his sweet promises disappear. Drew becomes distant and indifferent towards Willow. He frequently stays away, focusing on work and new relationships outside of their bond. Willow tries to hold on, comforting herself that this is just a difficult phase in their love, but the harsh reality begins to show itself. Eventually, Drew decides to leave Willow for another woman, one who is younger, more beautiful, and full of energy, entirely different from Willow now, tired, lonely, and worn out. Drew leaves without any regrets, leaving Willow alone in an empty apartment, overwhelmed by an inescapable loneliness. It is then that Willow realizes she has given up everything just to chase a love that was never real. Now, Willow must face the bitter consequences of her wrong decisions. She has lost her family, her 2 beloved children, and the respect of those around her. Michael, the man who once loved and protected her fiercely, has now completely turned his back. Wiley and Amelia now belong to Michael, and Carly has ensured that Willow will never have a chance to be close to them. For Willow, loneliness surrounds her like an endless, dark night. As for Nina, Willow's biological mother, she is heartbroken but cannot help her daughter. Nina has witnessed it all and, whether she wants to admit it or not, she realizes that Willow is paying for her mistakes. Betraying Michael and blindly following her love for Drew has led Willow to her current position, a lonely woman who has lost everything. Port Charles quickly forgets Willow as a ghost from the past. The rumors about her and Drew are now just old stories, but for Willow, the emotional scars will never fade. She now lives quietly, keeping her distance from others, blaming herself and regretting sacrificing her family and children for a misguided love. For Carly Spencer, this is not a victory, but the clearest proof that betrayal and selfishness always come with deserved consequences. She has protected Michael and her grandchildren, while reinforcing the belief that those who dare to oppose the Corinthos and Quartermain families will never escape the consequences of their actions. In the end, Willow becomes a bitter example of the consequences of greed and wrong choices. She walks alone in isolation, carrying the regret that can never be undone.